What is good, YouTube? My name is Anthony. In the background today, you guys are just going to see me doing some practice or maybe ranked PvP. Probably not ranked because it's Monday morning, but I'm going to be doing some practice PvP on my balance because I really don't feel like questing on any of my characters right now. But today I have a pretty special video for you guys. I spent a lot of time on this. I actually have in front of me right here a full page that I've typed up with stuff I want to talk about. But basically, this is going to be a video giving you guys tips on how to stream better, how to grow your channel. This video is taking me a lot of effort and I hope it will really help you guys. I'm not just going to give you broad ideas. I'm gonna give you guys very specific ways you can improve your streams, and I hope it will really help you guys out. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and start things off here. Second against a level 90 fire. Rip. Alright, well, whatever. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to talk about is not really part of the stream. It's sort of this basic setup that you gotta have before you can do any of these. And I realize and I understand that this is probably the barrier that most of you are facing, and this is probably the only reason that you aren't streaming like this. But these two things are that you need a good computer and you need a fast network. Now, as far as computers go, computers can be expensive, but my brother actually has probably the perfect computer for a lot of you guys. It's like the most basic one that you can get away with streaming really well. Am I gonna crit on him? Oh my god. But as I was saying, my brother's computer is probably the cheapest one you guys can get away with. I'm going to leave a link below, but basically what you're going to need as a basic is at least an i5 processor. You're going to want at least a 660 video card, at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, more is better, and you're probably going to want at least a terabyte of hard drive space. Now my brother pretty much has all of that bundled up in a nice bow in his computer, which I think is about $500, which when you think about it is actually a really good deal. Now as far as your network goes, for me I have 60 down and 6 up, which I think is a really slow upload speed. I'm not sure why my upload speed is so bad, but I would say for you guys, if you have at least 30 down and 6 up, that's probably going to be just fine. You just need enough that you can stream in 720p 60 FPS, which doesn't actually require as much as you might think. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the 4 tips that I have on improving your streams. Alright, so the first one, and you guys have probably heard this millions of times, but I'm going to hopefully give you guys a little bit of extra advice that will help you out. Yup, you guessed it, stream often, guys. I can't stress this enough. Like, people say it all the time, but it just matters so much. You gotta be able to stream a lot, otherwise you're just not gonna build a fan base that you need. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stream daily, every day for 8 hours, but what matters more is being consistent in your streams, letting your viewers know when you're gonna be streaming so that they know exactly when to come. One great way to do this is to update your offline banner every day and put a little text that says when you're gonna be streaming that day, so if people come to your stream and you're not streaming, they can see exactly when you are gonna be streaming. Now, especially during the school year, people aren't gonna be as active on the weekdays, obviously, so for weekdays, if you guys want to stream, I recommend streaming from when you get home from school to about dinner time. Obviously, if you have sports and stuff, that's going to kind of mess it up. Like for me, I know for about the next month and a half in January, I'm going to have to update my stream schedule because I have sports and I'm not going to be able to stream some days. But if you guys don't have any sports in the day, my best recommendation is to stream from about whenever you get home, maybe 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock at dinner. You'll usually probably get the most people around that time. Maybe you can stream after dinner, but most people will probably be doing homework. Now, weekends are the best time to stream. If you're going to stream it all during the week, I would focus pretty much all of your time on the weekends because that's when the most people are going to be on. That's when the most fun stuff's going to happen. For me, whenever I stream on weekends, I don't start any earlier than 10 a.m. Central because usually people are still sleeping or having breakfast by then. But pretty much 10 a.m. Central onward throughout the night is pretty much good. It's probably good to note that during the school year on Sunday nights, most people are probably not going to be on there, be doing homework or something else. But besides that, weekends are a great time. A lot more people will be on. It'll be a lot more fun. Pretty sure I just pulled off this win against this fire. Now, before I go into the next point, I just want to give you guys an example of how much actually this can help. I streamed 3 days in a row from when I got back. So I got back on Wednesday night. I streamed on Thursday. I had about maybe 10 people watching. Not that many. I'd been gone for 3 months. Then I went ahead and I streamed on Friday and I had about 15 or 20 people come. And then on Saturday, I mean, I know it was the weekend, but I still had, I think we had about almost 40 or 50 people come out, which is just awesome. And I mean, I know I have quite a few followers, so it didn't take me as long to get back into the swing of things, but if you guys are still starting out and you stream every day and you stream consistently, you will grow, I promise. And often you'll grow a lot faster than you might think. Oh man, he was out of there. Alright guys, moving on to my second point, and this is something that's really important. This will actually make people want to watch your streams. You have to make them look professional. Making them look professional is huge. Now I have 4 ways that you guys can do this. Now the first one is really important. This is something people often don't pay enough attention to. When you're streaming, you gotta make sure that your audio is well balanced. For me, I have about 4 channels that I have to balance. I have to balance my own voice, the people in my Skype call, my music, and my wizard sound effects. If your audio is balanced well, then everything sounds good. There's nothing more annoying than when the person in your Skype call is like super loud or super quiet, or if the game volume is really loud and you can't hear anything else. Alright, the next thing I have for you guys is you need to stream in 720p, 30 or 60 FPS. 60 FPS looks so much smoother, but if you can only get away with 30, that's fine. But make sure it's in 720, and if you're using OBS, turn up your bitrate as high as it'll let you for Twitch. I think it's like 3500. But honestly, if your video's not HD, it's gonna be so annoying to watch. There's nothing worse than watching a really low quality stream. Alright, the third thing I have, and this isn't necessary, but it's really important, I think, is to have a face cam. You don't really need a face cam, but the face cam I'm using right now, this one's about 20 bucks. I think I got it for 20 bucks, and this thing's worked amazing like forever. It's so cheap, but it just makes that extra interaction with your viewer, and I think it's really important. Plus, it's just a super easy thing to add. Alright guys, the last tip I have for you, and this is sort of a smaller thing, but it can be really nice to add to your stream. As you can see right there, I just turned on my stream overlay. That's my idea of sort of a smaller banner. I think you guys should add something like mine. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but just make sure it's not too big, because I used to have really big banners, and those things can get even more annoying. But put something small, maybe put it as your YouTube channel or your Twitter or something. Just, you know, makes your stream a little bit more personal. Alright, the last thing I have that you guys should get a follower alert. Nightbot has a really good one. You guys can look it up. It's called like follower alert, but that means every time someone follows, you can have it so it sets up on your screen, and then you can thank that person. It's a really nice way to thank people, and it's just sort of a cool thing to add. Alright, my third piece of advice now is to make it entertaining. Now, what do I mean by this? I have 3 things for you guys. Number 1 is to play with your friends. Maybe talk to them on Skype like I do, or even just have them in the game, interact with your viewers. Just have other people. Don't just be by yourself, because I do streams by myself sometimes, and you can see the difference. It's just a little bit more boring. They're not as much fun. When you have tons of people playing with you, it's just a lot more fun. The other thing is you can also try to team up with other streamers, maybe do dual streams with them or hang out with them. That's always a cool thing to do as well. And then the third thing is that try to meet people through your streams. I know you guys probably all know who Wolf is. I met Wolf on my second stream that I ever did, and I've been friends with him now for almost a year, and it's crazy the friends you can meet on there. Go ahead and interact with people. Don't be shy. Don't just be that one guy that doesn't interact with his fans. Alright, then my last piece of advice is sort of smaller, but I think it's really important. This is that you guys gotta read the chat. You guys gotta answer questions that people ask in the chat. Be interactive with them. Just be engaging in general. Talk like this. Don't talk like this. Don't talk like you don't really care about anything that's happening in the world. You have people there that want to watch you. Be engaging. Answer their questions. Don't just be that one. Oh, there you go. Wait, did he just flee? Or did I just kill him? Or did he just... what? He just quit? No, but don't be that one guy that doesn't look at the chat the whole time. If you're not reading the chat, they might as well be watching a video because you're not interacting with them. You gotta interact. That's the point of a live stream. It's live, and they can have an impact. For me, the coolest thing about a live stream is that you can go to someone and you can influence them. You can make them do certain things, and I think that's cool to watch them do something because of you, like on the stream. You know, you ask them to do something and they do that. I think that's the cool part about live streaming. And if you don't read the chat, then you're never gonna do any of that stuff. Alrighty, guys, I think that's about gonna do it for today's video. As I said, I put a lot of thought into this. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could show your support on this. I'll go ahead and leave a link to my brother's computer down below. I also use it in my setup video if you guys saw that, but I'll leave another link down below if you guys want to check that out. I highly recommend that computer if you guys want to get into streaming. You don't have that much money to spend on a computer. But I hope you all did enjoy this video. Be sure to leave a like and comment. What is up, Alexander? And I'll catch you all in my next video.